I was wearing a tie earlier, and if I was still wearing a tie, this would be the fanciest I have looked on the channel in probably 10 years. And the reason I say is because I remember I made one video where I wore a suit and I was parodying the intro to the original Universal Frankenstein. Like, I had I think it was a blanket behind me, and I tinted it black and white, and it was when I used to make toy videos, so you can tell it's been a while. I had a interview today, so lots of stuff has been happening. In fact, you're probably wondering, why is it the 24th, and this is the first clip I've made? And I don't know if I'm going to make more clips this month. I've had a lot going on. So, in order of things, we had Noah's birthday. Then we had his actual birthday, because we decided to celebrate it early. And then for his actual birthday, we went to the aquarium. And this little man is walking, he's moving, he's grooving. I love my nephew. He's something special. And I'm not just saying that because he's my nephew. I mean, he really is a special kid. He is something, he's a joy, he's a light, he's so kind, and you can see so much of his personality already. Then we had a couple movies that we went to, so I had that. I was hanging out with a couple friends, and today I had a interview. But before my interview, me and Sarah celebrated, get this, 2 years married together. We went to Brazilian steakhouse, we had a blast, it was great, and of course, it was one of those things where when you look back, if you've been with someone, so for those of you who are dating or married, when you look back, you would think like, oh hey, it doesn't feel like 2 years, it doesn't feel like a year, it doesn't feel like 6 months, it doesn't feel like 3 years. But at the same time, it does. And so this was, actually found out the 2-year anniversary is called the Cotton Anniversary, by the way. And she got me this awesome little card, which is so cool. It's little bats. And it says 2 years and I'm still batty for you. Happy 2-year anniversary. Super cool. So this guy's chilling right here. And yeah, that was just so nice. Also, the water heater broke, so we had to fix that. So the studio was not able to be used for a little bit, which kind of sucks. I've also been working on this piece right here, which I can't show you guys because this is for a museum opening. And this is my most detailed piece ever. This one, I think I'm 41 hours into the, but yeah, this is even more detailed. Like, I love how this piece is coming out. This is really something special. So look forward to that video. I'm actually good because I'm putting so much time into it. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to make several different videos from it. So you have a short version, you'll have just the art version, you'll have the normal version, and then you have some smaller educational pieces. And I may also break it up into a couple different shorts. So really excited about that. Also, side note, getting back to the interview, I have been feeling a calling for the last bit. It's been the last 4 or 5 months I've been feeling this, and then about 3 months ago I started to act on it. I've been feeling a calling to go more into teaching and art education. So I actually applied for my teaching certification in the state of Florida, so that's through the Bureau of Education. I just heard back from them, so it's going to be 60 days and I will get my license. And yeah, I have been feeling this calling to go into teaching. I have a school lined up for me next year, so I will be a professor teaching arts in a school, and I'm really excited. Quite literally an almost 3-hour interview, and we were only scheduled for 1 hour. We ended up just talking a lot, and we also did a tour of the facility, and it's something that's been on my radar for a while, so I'm pursuing that to help give back to the community and use art in a positive way. And that's something I've been on my heart lately and what I've been wanting to do. And so I've been working on expanding the BATTLEBRAWLER brand, and that also includes J.R. Comics Art Studio, which is a subsection of this brand. And I've been focusing more on the workshops because I also did a workshop, a watercolor workshop. I still have another one coming up, but I did a small one for a school. And then I also got to do a speech at USF, which is a local college here. And so I gave a speech on comics and graphic art and visual communication information, and that was a lot of fun. That was probably my favorite speech that I've done. So I had a whole PowerPoint presentation. I talked about the industry, the terminology, the anatomy of a comic book, the roles of your creative team, who goes into creating a comic. So it was a lot of work because I'm teaching at the college level, so I have to make sure everything's good, everything's cited. And they liked it so much, they said, hey, we recorded the presentation because this is an asynchronous class, but we want to keep this on file and use it as part of the curriculum. So my speech is part of the USF curriculum, which is insane, absolutely incredible. So that was a great opportunity. Also doing the smaller workshop with a local school was great. And in doing more of these stuff, I really have felt just a desire to give back and use art to help make the world a little bit of a better place. I also reopened the tutoring that BATTLEBRAWLERproductions offers, because I was a tutor in Massachusetts and Virginia for a couple of years, and trying to get that set up when I first moved here was very difficult, but now that I've made the connections, I have students that I'm tutoring again. So really excited about that. I'm going to be working with them to develop their skills. They're incredibly talented, very good kids, so I'm going to be working with them to develop their skills. So very excited about that. I do have actually a tutoring class that I will be doing later today, so I still have that. And oh, Everon ended. So me and my friends are doing an Everon campaign, and that has officially ended, and we're doing Dragonheart now. So that starts tonight after my tutoring session. Really excited because I'm playing a dwarf Galapagos. So I'm a short turtle man, but I chose Seraph as my class, and I chose Winged Guardian, so I can fly. I'm basically a Koopa Trooper. So, gonna be drawing that soon. Oh, I did a pinup of one of my characters that is being auctioned, so very excited about that. I really like how it came out, so I will, if I get the chance, I will post it here. I might forget. I got a lot going on, and I still have a lot going on, you know, later. So definitely been super busy, definitely have a lot of stuff behind the scenes going on, a lot of stuff professionally, moving into more of the education. That's really what I've been focusing on, and why I haven't been able to do a lot of filming is because I've really been focusing on that aspect of my life and doing more of the education stuff. So that is really, really cool, and I wanted to tell you guys that. So I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be some challenges, but you always know I'm up to rise to those challenges. And then I also have a couple of gifts that I got because the Florida Watercolor Society had a huge convention. I mean, Michael Harding was there, the guy who invented Michael Harding's paint. De La Roni was there, like the guy behind the company, De La Roni. They had Royal Talents, like actual CEO there. I didn't get to go, unfortunately, but we did have some representatives from the company that I work for go, and so they picked up a couple stuff for me. I also drove to Orlando Sunday and spent the entire day with my awesome cousin because he was back in town. And yeah, we had a massive blast. It was so cool. He gave me this little pop vinyl Wolverine. And so now he's going to chill in my studio, and I'm really excited. I absolutely love this. So my cousin is awesome. We were nerding out the whole day. We were just like posing figures, taking pictures. Like, it was just such a great day, and we just had an absolute blast. So that was that. So I wanted to show off. Thank you, Jason, because I know you watch these videos. So thank you, man. I absolutely love this Wolverine. I'm going to put him right here next to my Batman, because Wolverine and Batman are some of my favorite superheroes. I want to get a lineup of my top 5 favorite superheroes in some type of display, or maybe I'll just do the artwork for it, but it's Batman, Blue Beetle, Iron Man, Wolverine, and Superman. Those are my top 5 favorite superheroes. I want to have a display or like some artwork. I'll probably just end up drawing it of those characters together just being cool because I absolutely love them. So that was the first gift I got. And then with the Watercolor Society, and we had the representatives there, they picked stuff up for me. So from Justin, he got me this right here. This is Yashutomo's traditional Chinese sumi ink. This is silver black. So it's black ink with a silver tint, and this stuff here looks gorgeous. He goes, Josh, I did a swatch. I was like, I want to see the swatch, so he showed me, and Justin's a phenomenal letterist. Like, his ability to craft handwritten letters, like his handwriting is immaculate. It is insane, and the way he goes about crafting his fonts, like he is so talented with lettering. So he did the Yashutomo, so he wrote that and then recreated their symbol. This ink is gorgeous. It is so good. So I can't wait to make art with this. And then he also got this here. So this was a free little promo, but he goes, hey, I don't need this. Do you want it? I was like, yeah, sure. And then I opened it and I didn't realize it had a metal ring. Like, that's so cool. So these are silicone little bowls for, you know, you fill up your water when you're traveling. But I love that it has this metal ring. That's so cool. And this is by Hanamu, which is, they make really good watercolor paper. I've used their stuff for about like 2-3 years now. Like, their stuff's really good. So very excited to have that. I thought that was a really cool gift. From Mackenzie, she saw that there was sumi ink, and this one made her think of me. This is Yashutomo Sumi ink. Now this is Vermilion Sumi ink. Now Justin picked up the same ink, and he did a swatch. And what really surprised me is when I think of Vermilion, I think of like red with a slight orange tint. This is very orange, like surprisingly so. It makes me think of Mars, like that kind of orange. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, that is gorgeous. Now Yashutomo also has a couple specialty inks. These specialty inks are paying tribute to their company's anniversary. I believe they're 120 years old, and these inks all refer to the colors of the Chinese dynasty that was in power when they were founded. So really cool and really unique, and there's some beautiful colors. I had to say no to them, but Mackenzie got this for me, and she sent me pictures like, do you want this? I was like, yes, how much? She goes, don't worry about it, this is a gift. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And then Bianca picked this up for me. This is round watercolor paper. It is 100% cotton, cold pressed, 30 sheets. Now, the pound is 140 pounds, so that's what I like to work with, 140, 300 pounds. I don't usually go with 400 or 500. I don't like 90 pounds. But yeah, it's just sheets of watercolor paper cut in a circle. Instantly thought of, which I thought would be so cool, is my character, the magician, how she has the magic circles to use these to craft them. So Bianca picked up one for me, one for her, Justin picked up some, and so we're going to see what we can actually make with this. So, really excited. I can't wait. And I just got a notification on my watch. Also, this is one of the few times I'm wearing my watch. I realized I only wear my watch when I'm at work, and I never wear it in the studio when I make these videos. So you guys are probably thinking, like, he wears a watch? I think there's a couple older videos from like when I kit bash watches. Like I actually made a watch that had a laser pointer in it when I was little, and I think I wore that in a couple videos. But again, that's like little, that's when this channel was like a toy review channel. It's an art channel now. Either way, these are cool. Absolutely love these gifts. So thank you all very much. Absolutely love this. And yeah, my wife found a new bubble tea joint, so we had some bubble tea together, and I've just been busy. I've just been working on developing, I don't want to just focus on developing BATTLEBRAWLERproductions as a brand, but how I can use this company and this platform to positively get back to my community through art. And so it's been a challenge. There's been some up and downs, there's been some big decisions made, but ultimately I really like the position I'm going into. I really like what I'm doing, and yeah, really excited. And we're just gonna keep on rocking and rolling. So you'll still be getting videos from me. Worst comes to worst, you'll probably get them once every other week just because of the scheduling and everything. But I'm looking forward to some consistency. I'm looking forward to positively impacting my community and just pushing myself creatively. And you guys know what I do. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Can't wait to do more, and I can't wait to share it with you. So with that said, probably going to be the only clip of the month. If there's anything after this, awesome, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to film more. It's just been a little crazy. So really looking forward to a lot of the projects that are coming up, and I'm really looking forward to sharing those with you. So with that said, you guys keep being awesome, keep being creative, and let's keep rocking and rolling. I said that I wasn't planning to film for the rest of the month. I really meant that. That wasn't me trying to be like funny or joking. Like I genuinely thought I wasn't going to film anything else really. But then today happened. So I had a couple things happen that I really want to talk about. The first one being 2 little finds that I was so happy for at my job. Now I was not planning to buy these. These went on clearance. I didn't work yesterday. So they had a bunch of stuff go on clearance. They grabbed a bunch of stuff, tagged it, and I saw 2 items on the table that I went, I need those, let's cut a deal. So I got a deal on these that I can't wait to talk about. But the thing that I'm really excited to talk about, what I really want to take a minute to talk about really, was this right here. So, friend Mike, who was a customer turned close friend. He's a really sweet guy. He's an old gentleman. He's an oil painter. He's a very talented oil painter. And I met Mike about 2 years ago. And he's a really cool guy. And he came in with this box. Now, I wrote my name on it. His handwriting is not terrible. It's just because he brought this in and I didn't want anyone else to grab it. I want people to know this was mine and to not touch it because we were cleaning and I didn't want it to get accidentally thrown away. Because Mike, unfortunately, his wife passed away due to cancer. And I never got to meet his wife. So when we were talking and he shared his artwork, he was capturing the dates and the memories and the feelings that he had when his wife was alive. And so that is incredible that he's using art and diving into that core emotion. But the thing about this was his wife was a watercolor and inker. And he saw what I do with ink. And he said, I have a bunch of inks I want you to have. They are used. This is what my wife used to make art. And I want to give them to you because I know not only will you appreciate them, not only will you use them, but you're just as passionate as her. And I want you to continue to use these inks with that passion. So he gave me this box full of Dr. P.H. Martin's inks. So there's a couple in there. There's actually quite a few. I think there's about 20-ish, give or take. But there's some Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Concentrated. There's a couple Bombays. They all look really good condition, by the way. Like they're like just a little used. Like these are perfect. And I was really truly touched by his words and that he gave this to me to continue to use them, and it really touched my heart. I was really just thankful for this gift, because it's not just like, hey, here's free art supplies. Hey, this is a memory of someone that I love. This is something that they used, and I want you to continue that. And so I want to take a minute to just talk about that, and just how that really just touched my heart. And it I don't know, it was one of those things where it really took me back, and I was just incredibly just honored and thankful for it. So I will talk about what is in this box in a minute, but I just want to highlight that I really was really blessed by that. And it's stuff like that you got to remember the little victories here and there, and that's something that definitely was something I wanted to share with you. Put some positivity in the world, that, you know, it's just something like that. But I don't know how to express that, so we're gonna talk about that in a minute, go over the colors that are in there. I'm gonna talk about what I got today on clearance, starting with something that was kind of a nice little free throw in, basically. So I only paid $6 for this. This is Liquitex acrylic markers. These are chisel tips, so 2 to 4 millimeter size, and they're fluorescent. So fluorescent yellow, orange, red, pink/magenta, a dark blue, and a dark green. Like, very interesting color choices for fluorescents. Like, I normally expect something way more vibrant than these two, so that was a little interesting. But this was kind of nice to have. Like, this was basically just a, hey, we're gonna cut you a good deal on this, pick these up since you're a little interested. And I was like, all right, cool. This thing here that I'm really excited to talk about, I have been wanting this for since I started working at my job. I absolutely love this. This is something that I've been looking forward to, and normally this sells for about $65. I was able to get it for just under $50. And they are the company Finetech, which they make phenomenal, beautiful metallic watercolors. I do have a couple of their watercolors, and they're incredibly high quality. But here's the thing. This is not a metallic set. This is, in fact, their neon set. And you have a chartreuse, orange, magenta, purple, blue, and green. Now, they specifically call the chartreuse yellow afterglow. So I'm really excited to see if that is a fluorescent green or a glow-in-the-dark green. It doesn't say glow-in-the-dark, but the afterglow makes me wonder. They are a watercolor company that doesn't actually use half pans. They use full pans. So they are not small. They are quite big. And yes, this is a really nice display of colors. Now, that does mean you have to use their watercolor sets. You can't pop these out and put them into your own. This right here is really cool because, honestly, I really rarely see fluorescent watercolors. They're very rare, and professional brands, forget about it. They, like, never make them. The closest I've come to is the Liquitex acrylic gouache and the Holbein acrylic gouache. They do have fluorescent color. I actually have a couple of the fluorescent acrylic gouache right over here in my little gouache display. But with that said, it's very rare to get watercolors, because the acrylic gouache, when it dries, it stays dry. You can't reactivate it. This you can. So I am ecstatic to use these. This is going to be really fun to use. So very happy to have this. I'm probably going to make a dedicated video just making art with this. This is going to be a great tool in my toolbox. This right here is going to be really cool. And now let's go ahead and talk about all the inks. So I do have a little stand to help me do this, because there's quite a bit in here. So I'm probably just going to grab and rapid fire. But we have Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Concentrated April Green, Magenta, Gold Brown, Purple, Olive Green, Moss Green. Some of these are a little dusty, but hey, I ain't gonna complain. Amber Yellow. Ooh, I really like that Amber Yellow. This one here is Cerulean Blue, Mahogany, Slate Blue, Ultra Blue, Burnt Sienna, Lemon Yellow, Black. I actually had this one. I gave this one away when I moved. Nile Green, Cadmium Orange, Wild Rose, which was very loved and used. Like, nice. That's a good color. I really like that one. Tangerine, Rose, Carthame, Yellow Orc, Daffold Yellow, Daffodil, Sepia, another Sepia, and Crimson. I love this color. I'm really happy to have another one of these Crimsons. Ultramarine, Vermilion. You guys know I love me a Vermilion. Cadmium, and Siloman. Siloman. I'm not sure how to say this one. It's Cyclamen. So that's all of the P.H. Martins. That is probably over half the colors. Like, I am so excited to make art with this. And there's more. The Dr. P.H. Martin's. So it looks like I have the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay India Ink Grass Green. Another white, which That looks separated, but I do already have a white, so it's good to have an extra one for mixing. Brown and normal green. And then there's a couple Hydrus in here. So I do have the Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrus Velvet Brown, and then there's a couple iridescents. So I do have the Dr. P.H. Martin's Iridescent Calligraphy Brass and Copper Plated Gold. So that's really, really cool. And there is a couple of the techs, which I do have one, and I was actually wanting to pick up a couple more because I did think they were interesting. So I have April Green by Dr. P.H. Martin's Tech line. These are waterproof drawing inks for technical pens, and this looks like indigo. This one here is Daffold and orange. So yeah, that's the whole box. So that is a lot of ink. Let's count them up. 39 inks. Like, wow, Mike, I am so thankful, dude. I'm thankful and I'm touched that you decided to give these to me, and I promise you I will use them to craft some amazing art. We're going to be super passionate, and I'm very thankful and touched that you gave these to me, man. It really does mean a lot to me. So we're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to make some cool stuff. I'm going to swatch them and add them to my swatch book, because yes, I do have a book and I swatch all my art supplies. And yeah, I'm just so thankful, man. I am speechless. So clean these guys up, swatch them, and I'm gonna have a great rest of my day because I'm gonna go see my nephew. I'm gonna pinch his tiny little cheeks because I love my little buddy, my little man, Mr. Noah. I love my nephew so much. So yeah, we're just gonna have a great rest of the day.